All right, if you're joining us now, we're just cruising through the airport. I wanted to come see what's going on. I don't see any smoke in the air right now. We are on Grade Lane, which will be closed up here in about a mile. So here's a police car right here turning around. This Ford Explorer is a police officer and some type of security. But I don't see really much going on. There's no smoke in the sky. We're going to be passing the UPS Worldport facility here on our right very shortly. Uh, so I'm just going to kind of take it in, see what's going on. And if I can find an area where there's emergency personnel set up and that type of thing, and I can run the camera for a while, we'll do that. So I am in vertical mode because I have a phone holder in my car and it's a vertical phone holder. So this is the UPS Worldport facility over here. This is their main hub. We're just passing. There's really no activity going on at all out here today. I'm kind of surprised. There's really not much to see at all. But I wanted to come check it out. The news personnel and everybody nobody can get close to this plane crash. They have it. It's in a very isolated area of commercial buildings. So you can't, my phone's going to be shaking. You can't really get to it. And I mean, there's two roads going in. So here's where the UPS workers go to work right here. That's where they go to work every day at the Worldport facility. We got the control tower here. And there's really not much going on out here. The Ford plant across the street, it looks like people are returning to work over here. There's Ford right there. So I'm just taking a cruise through here. And this road is going to close right up here shortly. I would imagine there would probably be some emergency personnel blocking the road up here. Whether I don't know what I'll find, fire trucks or what, but yeah, right up here. See, they got it closed up. You can see right up ahead. You work at UPS? Business as usual today? He says business as usual, back to work. So there's really not much to see. I'm holding my phone because it rattles when I put it in my phone holder. Well, but I don't see smoke in the air or anything down here. So they really got that fire contained overnight. So the plane crash was straight ahead up here, and this is as close as you can get. There's some media set up here. This is where I'd like to set up. You can see this is where the media is, these people here. So I'd like to pull in and park I'm going to pull in and park and maybe set up a tripod for a minute here. So this is as close as you can get. All right, let me get out of my car here, and we'll go over here with the media and the Okay, well, he's telling me I can't film at the airport. I am not at the airport. So I know my rights as an American, and I'm in the public, so I can film. So there's some parking right up here. This is where the rest of the press is parked. Up here on the right, I'll be able to park. I just got, this is a business, and they have, you can see all of their security guards they have sitting out here. They're all out here fine to observe and tell everybody whatever, but I guess I'm not allowed to park here, so that's understandable. I don't know who this is here parked, but whatever. So he's gonna go try to tell the cops that I'm filming. I don't know why this won't sit in there. He's gonna go try to tell the cops that somebody's filming and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I have every right to be here. So, I mean, I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do. And I'm sorry about the sun, but I can't really I'm at a red light right now, so I can't really move. So they're probably going to try to harass me, and I don't know, you know, they have no right to do that. So we'll see what happens. But if this doesn't work, I can find another place to go, because I wanted to check out some other areas of this scene as well. And there's some other places that I can try to go to get close to this, but it's in such an isolated area, as I was saying earlier, you can't get in there. It's in an industrial area, and there's 2 roads that go in there, and it's surrounded by train tracks, a train yard, a landfill, and the Interstate 65. Man, this is a long freaking traffic light. They might have it turned off. I don't know what the hell. But you can see all the press. It's under well, you can't see, but all the press was filming when I pulled up. So you're basically fine to film here. This guy has just got something wrong with him. So sorry about that sun glare, but yeah, this is as far as you can go right here. And that's where the plane crash was, right down this road that way. And like I said, the smoke has cleared up, so nothing's going on there. And I don't know why this light isn't turning. The person in front of me just ran the red light. And I can show you, that's all press right here under the sun. It's hard to see, I know, but that's all the press in my dirty window. So they're all out here getting as close as we can get. This is pretty much it. So I don't know what is up with this traffic light here. It's been red this whole time I've been sitting in here. I guess these people are just running this light. But see, here's all the press. So you're basically fine to film here. All right, let me just park right here, and we'll just pull over and see if there's anything being said. All right, let's try this again. All right. Let me get my wallet out of my car. I don't like leaving that in here. All right, got y'all on a tripod here now. So this is a serious day. We're going to be, it's not a funny video here. This is a serious video today. When the road's going to be open? No idea. How about the shelter in place order? Any idea when that'll be lifted? The quarter mile, I think it is now. All right, thank you. So there's really not much to see from this distance. No information on the shelter in place, and there's no more smoke in the air. They really got that fire contained over the night. I thought it would still be smoking. I don't really smell much in the air. The wind is blowing this way, and there maybe is a faint smell in the air, but not terrible. So not really much going on. Just got it shut down. I'm sure they're down there working. You can see more emergency personnel down the road down there, where it looks like that's one of their firefighting trucks with the crane, the boom up in the air. So I guess this is it. Everybody's just waiting for more news. Not much going on. This area had quite a campfire last night.
We have to send it back the ad live.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too, thank you guys. The ad live for the great station. Hey Frank, do you have a charger for this guys? You do?
Yeah.
All right, if anybody's commenting right now, I'm trying to get my chat open, so. And don't forget, you can test your IQ in the chat with !IQ. And there's also a random quote command if you want to see some random quotes posted. Well, it's giving me problems opening my chat right now, so I don't know what's going on. I had to sign an agreement. I've never had to do that. Huh.
I'm not sending anything. I'm not feeding it. We have. We're gonna
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a green screen. Live chat on. Well, I was going to check my IQ, but it's not letting me type right now. Well, this is the scene down here. It's pretty quiet. I'm kind of surprised. I was hoping to see some smoke in the air or something. Even the press, they're not doing any reports. It looks like she's getting ready to start a report right now. I might want to... Here she's going. She's just going live right now. She said 3, 2, 1. Now, I don't have my microphone on right now. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I forgot. I jumped out of the car. Actually, I started the live. When I was driving, I started the live, so I didn't have my mic.
area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Okay, so y'all are getting the news. If you're just waking up, we're getting the news before anybody else here this morning. The media is here, and she was saying it remains an active scene, quite an active scene overnight, and I'm not really seeing much going on now. There is a little bit of a smell in the air. She was saying there was a haze earlier this morning, is what she was saying, and that there's a smell in the air. I do smell a little bit of something. It smells like kind of some very faint odor of like some burning plastic or materials or something in the air. It's nothing overbearing. It's just kind of maybe just a little bit of a heavy kind of air quality down here, but I don't really see much haze or anything. I mean, you can look at the sky. It looks like a beautiful morning out here. There's the sun. And this is Grade Lane where it took place. Now I think this is Fern Valley Road here, and they said Fern Valley Road on the news. When I looked it up, it took me forever to decide to come down here because you can't get close to this thing. But this is Fern Valley Road, and it's supposed to be closed from the interstate right down there. Right down there is the interstate. And it's supposed to be closed from the interstate to here, but it appears to be wide open. And then that comes right down here to Grade Lane, and it ends here at Grade Lane. You can see right here, Grade Lane. And everything is pretty open until you hit this traffic stop here on Grade Lane right here. Now, UPS is north of us. Back on the other side of that tower, about half a mile. On the other side of those buildings is the Worldport facility. But as you can see, I mean, this is all UPS territory. Their planes are all right in this area for their worldwide distribution hub here. So it's flowing pretty good. If you weren't here earlier, I spoke with somebody going to work at UPS. He said it was business as usual for him. I don't know what department he was in. He was walking towards the hub there somewhere, one of those buildings. So he said it was business as usual for him at the UPS hub. Now, I don't know who's going to pay for this. I don't know. It's going to be quite an insurance claim for somebody, or I don't know what the protocol is when a disaster like that happens. And there's businesses involved with this accident all down through there. Starting here at this road, the plane kind of crashed going diagonally down into that way behind all these buildings over in here. So there's going to be major damage. All those buildings, trucks, cars, auto parts stores. There was an oil recycling facility. I don't want to call it a refinery, but all of that stuff is going to have to be paid for by somebody. So UPS is not having a good day, I would imagine, because I'm sure that's their insurance is who is going to have to be paying for this. I'm sorry about the shaking. I'm holding my tripod, and hello in the chat. I finally had some chats come through. It's not letting me. Now I can set this down. I just feel like it's too low. If you want me to set the tripod down, I'm sorry about that, but I was kind of moving it around and talking. So, I mean, I can set it down. Sorry about the shaking. The wind is blowing. It's blowing right into my face. The wind's blowing. And the helicopter, I gotta keep picking it up. The helicopters have arrived on the scene, so you might be where is it? Where the hell is it? Can y'all see that? So the helicopters have showed up now, getting more footage. I don't know who that is. I can't read it. But hello in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the love, the super chats, all of that stuff. It's not letting me type. If you want to check your IQ and you're in the chat, you can type !IQ and it'll the automated bot will give you your estimated IQ. And if you want to see a random funny quote to get your day started, you can type !quote, QUOTE, !quote, and you can get a funny quote to start your day off going there now. But it's not letting me type on this it's driving me crazy. I've never seen this. I don't usually stream in vertical mode, so I don't know why it's not letting me actually respond in the chat. I have another phone in the car I could get and respond in text. But that's the deal. If you want to check your IQ, do that, or get a funny quote, you can do that as well. So the traffic is really starting to pick. Whoa, I'm spinning around. The traffic is really starting. There's an emergency management truck right here, some type of emergency vehicle truck. I think that is. He's going through EIC, whatever that is, emergency EIC, whatever that stands for. Could be something. Might just be a business. I don't know. But there's plenty of traffic coming in. We got a plane coming into the airport, it looks like. So I think the airport has probably reopened. And I'm sorry about the shaking. I'm trying to move around and get a panorama of the scene. Whoa. Show y'all different things going on, which causes shaking. And you couple that with the wind that's happening, and it's going to be shaking a little bit. So here's some type of guzzler truck. That could have been emptying out a gas tank or something down there, hazardous materials, no idea. But it was coming from the scene. That's another EIC, whatever EIC is who those are. And here we go. This is a UPS. These are what loads on the plane. Those are cargo holds here, and you can see how the one on the back is angled where that fits up in the bulkhead there. So that's their UPS cargo going by to load some more planes. They have a business to run, so I guess they're getting back to business this morning. I guess they're going to start loading planes up again. They got to keep going. And I don't know how many people's packages were lost yesterday, but that's something else I was thinking about. All of those packages, that's terrible. So, whoever, Amazon and whatever was in there was all lost. So somebody will be getting a shipment delayed notice, I'm sure, on their packages here today and tomorrow. And then I guess the companies just have to go and replace all that merchandise. I mean, I assume, I don't know what the terms of the freight are. When it gets in the hands of the shipper, it's their responsibility or what. But the businesses somebody's going to have to replace all that merchandise on those planes, obviously. So UPS, like I said, they're not having a good day today. And they're a major employer here in Louisville. There's another plane taking off now over here in the distance. I don't know if you can see this over there. So there's another plane going. But they're a major employer here in Louisville. This is their world hub. I'm sure y'all know that, but it's right here in Louisville. So a lot of the packages come through here. I watch the planes come in. Sometimes I order stuff from China. When I was doing the Bitcoin mining, I had a bunch of mining equipment and things come from China, and it comes in like over Alaska. It comes in from the west, way up over I'm pretty sure that was my Bitcoin stuff, but it comes in through Alaska and down through and over to Louisville where it gets distributed. So if anybody has anything they want me to check out, put it in the chat. I tried to stabilize a little bit. We could jump in the car and drive for a minute, but it's about a 5-minute drive to some of the other scenes around here. This is the north side of where the plane went down. And there's that helicopter still out here. I don't know who he's with. Y'all probably can't read that either, especially with it shaking. This is the north side of the plane crash. So we could drive around and check out the south side as well. But the traffic is picking up. They did say this road was supposed to be closed, like I said, down through here. It said from the interstate, Fern Valley from the interstate to Grade Lane was closed when I checked this morning at like 6 a.m. But it appears to be flowing pretty good right now. No problems getting through here. There really isn't much traffic at all around the airport. And there's some cargo handlers going back to work over there. But I wanted to just come and do a live stream, give it, I wanted to check it out myself. This is a big time deal. It's been on all the national news all around the world all night long. So I wanted to come check it out for myself and just see what's going on, see if there was smoke in the air or anything. That helicopter is down there over this, he's right over that light pole. I don't know if he shows up, but he's right over the plane crash right now. So he's getting a pretty good view, but it's really hard to get in there. This is the only road that goes in there from the north. And from the west and south, you got the trash dump, the landfill. And on the east side, over here on the right, is a big train yard where it's one where they have like the major train stuff. There's like 15, 20 tracks or whatever that all come together down there. So you can't get in there from the east or the west. And this is the north. I mean, I think this is the Ford plant, and it's all Ford and UPS and whatever. I mean, you can see there's a barbed wire fence that runs all along here in front of this manufacturing facility. I think that's Ford right down there. Not positive. It's either Ford or UPS, who knows, but it's all commercial stuff. So it's just really hard to get down in there. And I know all kinds of places in Louisville. I mean, I know how to get around, and I can't really think of a great way to sneak up in there and get close to this thing. I mean, like I said, there's train tracks, there's a landfill, and it's all fenced in, and there's police blocking all the major roads. It's just in a real isolated spot. If you go to Google and look at this thing from overhead, it's right on the south side of the runways at the international airport, and it's just a little square. It's a square box, and there's 2 roads in, and that's it. So I was kind of racking my brain trying to think how I could get close to this thing, but you don't really want to be in there right now. It's all burned up tires and trucks and emergency personnel and everything. So maybe in the days to come, as things open back up, I can try to go in there and maybe do a survey. And in a minute, we might jump in the car. We might jump in the car in a minute and drive down to the south side of this scene. And it's possible that there might be some other things down there, but it'd be neat to walk through once everything gets settled down and everything, just to see all the charred buildings and everything. Today, that's probably not going to be happening. But once this road opens up here, once Grade Lane opens up, there's burned buildings all down through there. So just driving down this road right here, you'll be able to probably see some of the some of the fire and some of the buildings that were on fire. Not, well, the remains of the fire. I don't want to be talking loud. I don't know the typical protocol when press is doing when the press is talking. I don't want to talk over these ladies out here because they're doing the news. So I don't want to be out here screaming and yelling when they're doing their reporting. She was just doing her report. More trucks coming in. See, they got to get back to work here today, and the airport is open. So I mean, they still got packages to run, still got a business, still got to deliver the mail, get those packages out to everybody. So they're going back at it already. Yeah, it is. I feel bad for all the families and everything. Mark Roberts, me too. I mean, I feel bad for the company as a whole. Not only the families, like I said, this is going to be quite an insurance claim or something. I don't know how they're going to pay to fix all this stuff. But they're a big lifeline in Louisville, so we'll get through it. They'll figure it out and move on. And I am sorry about the shaking. It's windy, and I've been looking at a new tripod. This one's been busted up by a bunch of wood. I've been making that good burning wood, and when that wood hits that tripod, it doesn't agree with it. So I'm gonna have to get me a new tripod here soon. There goes some more emergency vehicles to the scene here. I think she just said there's 2 additional victims that may have been discovered. I'm going to walk over here. I don't want to disturb her while she's doing her reporting, but I did hear I think it was Governor Bashir say last night that air quality assets have been deployed here. I haven't seen the results of the testing. It's online. Somebody might want to look at that. You can go to, if you go to X, there's an emergency management page that has the latest news. And I think that's where the statement from Governor Bashir was. I don't know. I watched a lot of media last night, so I'm not real sure about that. And that's something else. I had a graphic on my phone, and it has the Twitter bird. Everybody's still using the Twitter bird. And I tried to change that graphic to the X logo. So if that graphic is displaying it, I do know it's the Twitter bird, and it's something in the code in that graphic. There's an editor for that graphic I was using, and it lets you change the picture, and it shows that it's changed, but then the code on the back end is running. You can go in and look at the code, and it's hardwired in the code. So I'm not able to get rid of that Twitter bird. Everybody still has the Twitter bird on all their websites to click on, and they still say tweets. And I catch myself doing that all the time too. So what do you guys do? Do you say I tweeted this, or there was a tweet, or do you say I had an X post?
Probably either there or that's nope. That's the one. Oh yeah, you can't go across the airport property. What do you
Yeah, don't do that.
You can't go in the grass area. Oh yeah. Longer, yeah. So sorry about that. You can sit up next to it.
Yeah, the police said it's going to be closed for over 24 hours here, so we won't be able to get down there closer until, what the hell day is it, Wednesday? It'll be probably Saturday or Thursday, maybe Friday, but maybe this weekend or next Monday or something before we could drive down there and actually see what the buildings look like. If you guys want me to go, I can maybe come back next week and we can look at the actual damage that was caused to some of the buildings and things, because that's really what I'd like to see. I looked at the map pretty good, so there's all kinds of they're turning everybody around here. I looked at the map quite a bit last night, and I can't remember if the crash spilled through. There's emergency vehicles coming through now. I can't remember if the crash actually spilled through this road or it was just on the other side of it, but it's real close to Grade Lane. If it didn't skid across the road, I can't recall. Battalion 33 on the scene. And TARC buses are resuming schedule, they said. TARC is running again already. Everybody's got to get back to it. Here comes some more people to work today. And I think this is a UPS facility over here, because he kicked me out and asked me if I was a UPS employee. And there's also a Papa John's thing here. They're big around here also.
So we were at the reunification center.
This area is under
Sounds like a plane just took off down there. Something just happened. We got somebody's coming this way here. Oh, sorry. I always talk about amateur photographers. You got to look what you're filming, not through your eyes at what's going on. It's a shame whoever got that good footage of that plane taking off just missed it kind of just went out of view when it was taken off. He got most of it, but I think he looked away and was looking at the plane as it flew off the left side of the screen of his camera, and it kind of went out of the view for a minute. So you missed a little bit of the action there. But there's been several other pieces of footage posted, some surveillance footage from businesses and things like that that plane. So that gentleman there I'm not sure, he may have been coming from a business. I'm not sure if he was emergency personnel or just there's a lot of trucking companies and things all down through there.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
All right, I'm gonna walk over here and grab my beverage. That police officer is drinking his morning coffee, and I left my morning caffeine in the the car over here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Okay, here, y'all have a nice view of the control tower. Hello. Now we're talking. Oh yeah.
That's the new letter.
Yeah, baby.
I
can do this too. Boom.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
All right. So, like I said, I might jump in the car and head over to the south side of this scene in a minute. It will be a bit of a drive. It's about 5 minutes or so. I think the best way would be to go right down here to where the interstate is. I don't know if y'all can see those. There's a red light down there. And then you got to jump on the interstate and go one exit down. And you know what though? I think they said that exit is actually closed.
What are you waiting on? It's raining.
He's pissed off. So I think that next exit down is closed. That was another problem. So then that 5-minute car ride would turn into a probably 20-minute car ride because I'd have to go all the way down to Gene Snyder and around Outer Loop and up. And it's the morning right now, so everybody's trying to go to work. Yeah, it's just now about 9 o'clock. So to go get in all that Outer Loop traffic and all that will be a huge pain in the butt. So we might do that. I might try though. Here, when we wrap this up, we might go to the south side and see what's going on, if anything's going on down there. I thought this would be a good spot though, right here. I could just tell by the map, because this is kind of where Great Lane. This is where it all kind of comes together right here, right by the south side of the airport. So it all. And I was right, this is where everybody's kind of convening. This is where all the press is and everything right here. But I would like to check out the south side of this thing.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Ooh, that wind is messing with the tripod there, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm just kind of working with what I got here. This tripod came with a camera from 2003. It was a Canon HDR camera that filmed on reel-to-reel tape. And it was a camcorder. If you remember camcorders, basically it was at the end of camcorders, and it had an HDR memory that can hold like 2 hours or something of footage. But it came in a package with this tripod and everything, and I've just been going with it. So if I ever upgrade, I can get me a gimbal. I was just looking at them the other day. I want to get a taller tripod too. This one's about, I don't know, maybe it's 4 feet tall, maybe, and it's not the best for filming. I'd like it to stand, because I'm 6 feet tall, so I'd like that tripod to be up, standing where it's level with me, not looking up all the time. So I'll probably be getting a new tripod. But the wind is really blowing this morning, and it's blowing right in our face, right into the camera, straight on. And there's a little bit of a heavy smell in the air. It's nothing, I mean, it doesn't smell like you lit a plastic bag on fire in your dinner or anything like that, because that happened to me yesterday. I was unloading the groceries and my cat rubbed up against the knob on the stove and turned the stove on. And then all the plastic shopping bags were sitting on the stove and started smoking. So I had to clean off my stove and all the burners and everything. And it doesn't smell that strong, but there is kind of a little bit of a heavy, unnatural smell in the air. It's nothing crazy. I almost brought my mask down here, some PPE equipment, whatever it is. I don't know what, it's a pretty good mask for painting and fumes and that type of thing, but I forgot to grab it. Nobody else down here is wearing masks. It appears that they're not requiring any type of protection. And like I said, the air quality results were not released when I left the house this morning. Governor Beshear, I think it was, like I said, he deployed air quality assets late last night, early this morning. But I didn't see the results of that air quality test. So if somebody, like I said, if somebody wants to go look on X at the emergency response page on X and see if any air quality results have been posted, put that in the chat. Nobody down here appears to be concerned with air quality, though. The police officers and emergency personnel are also not wearing any type of equipment.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
I wish I could change this thing from vertical mode to horizontal, but I don't think they offer that option. You have to do one or the other, and my phone holder in the car is in vertical mode, and that's when I started. And I really wish YouTube didn't have vertical streaming at all. I mean, I think they did the vertical to compete with Instagram Reels, and I think they could upgrade Instagram Reels by making the shorts in 16:9 aspect ratio, because everybody wants 16:9. I mean, I was watching streams of the Portland riots all week, and somebody would start their stream for TikTok or some crap, and everybody'd say, start it over in 16:9. So you get a little tiny box in the middle of your field of vision there. So sorry, that's why it's like that. Unless I start the stream over, it'll be like this. If I go to the south side and try to go down there in a minute, I might end the stream instead of driving, and I could restart it in 16:9. Man, that wind is really, really, really humping today. Really kicking up. You can see all their equipment. That little, whatever that is, a light or whatever it is for the news there is also. See how the wind's blowing. So I'm doing the best I can there. Oh, and I think I was covering up my microphone.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Oh, hold on a second. I think the police officer's got a shift change coming right here. This gentleman's off work for the day, so I'm probably going to have to move. Go ahead and do that. I like to be proactive. That's one of the things I've learned in my old age. You don't just stand there and be an idiot. Go ahead and get out of the way for the gentleman here.
That guy didn't move his truck earlier. If you were watching about 30 minutes ago, he was screaming at that guy to move his truck, and now the truck is empty and it's still sitting in the middle of the road. I don't know who that was. I didn't watch. The guy who was yelling at him is down there in his truck down there. I'm holding the Coke and my tripod. This is the guy that was screaming at him in the yellow vest, I think. He's somebody with the news personnel. So I don't know what he was screaming at, but the guy is now out of his truck. Decided not to move. Well, here's some more news. These starlings up here are eating dead animals out of the road. There's something right there, a grease spot on the road that he just flew down and got a bite of food out of. So there's that going on. Not sure what this guy's doing. Oh, we got some kind of tanker truck coming in here. So this guy is coming to remove some type of hazardous waste. I think those were there was a Oriental-looking lady, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, this is that EIC company again. So they're removing some type of waste or something from down here. Not sure what that is. Those trucks carry sewage out around where I live. There's a sewage treatment plant, and that's what they typically carry. But I think some of those trucks carry like bourbon mash and things around here in Kentucky too. They'll carry that sour mash, the spent mash and things. I've seen them coming out of Jim Beam and whiskey distilleries in those kind of trucks. Here comes the guy that was yelling at that truck. He was pissed off. I don't know who that guy was in the truck. See, it's just there's somebody now that is waiting behind that truck at the green light at a red light.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Again, if you want to check your IQ in the chat, just type IQ, and the bot will give you an estimation of your IQ. If you want to see a random funny quote, quote. I put some quotes in there. I spent a little time doing that last weekend. There's not a ton of them, but there is. I think there's about 30 of them now. I don't know, guys. I can maybe see a little bit of smoke or haze coming off. It's hard to. I mean, if it is, it's really negligible. Way off in the distance, right there. There might be a little bit of steam coming up off that burned up stuff. But they are certainly taking care of something down here. Like I said, if you want me to next week, we can. Once this road opens, we'll cruise down there. There is quite a scene right down there. And like I said, I can't remember looking at the overhead footage if the plane skidded across this road or if it was just on the other side of this road. But it looks like it's pretty close. So some of those buildings right along the road are burned. So they're doing something down there, clearing it out. Probably, I don't know if they're still looking for survivors or not. I think that'll be going on throughout the day today. There's no telling who was in the area. There's a lot of trucks down there and things, and those truck drivers could be asleep in they could have been sleeping in their truck. So there could have been like a truck driver sleeping in his rig, somebody in a business working. I think it was about 5:15 in the afternoon, so there was probably still some people in the area. And that's the kind of thing they'll be looking for today. Anybody that just happened to be down there.
Unfortunately, we've learned this morning that the death toll has now risen to 9 on Unfortunately, we've learned this morning that the death toll has now risen to 9 at the site of the UPS plane crash from yesterday. Dozens of first responders remain on scene. They have been working overnight trying to locate and find additional victims. Unfortunately, Governor Beshear telling us this morning that he does expect the death toll to rise yet even further. The NTSB on scene now. They're going to be leading the investigation into exactly what went wrong. The air quality has improved. The shelter-in-place radius now just a quarter mile around the airport. Stay with WDRB for additional updates throughout today.
I'm glad I wore a long sleeve jacket out here. I almost ran out of the house with a t-shirt on, and it said it was going to be 60 degrees today, but that wind's making it a little bit cold. So yeah, I'm sure y'all are watching the news at home, but there has been 2 additional victims already found. They just said and we said earlier, I think it's up till 9. The death toll is at 9 now. So 2 more people were found in the early morning hours this morning somewhere. I just can't get any closer from this side. I have no idea what's going on the south side of this thing. This appears to be a pretty good spot. I thought it looked like one.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
UPS people going to work over there. Ooh, that wind is tough, man. All right. I'm gonna try holding my phone here in a minute. I'm doing everything I can to stabilize this thing with my hand, and I'm putting the weight of my hand on the tripod to hold it, and the plastic is still shaking from the wind. So I might just put my phone in my hand. So I was surprised this whole road is open. It's listed as being closed. Fern Valley Road to Grade Lane, and then also it said Outer Loop is supposed to be closed, and that's my only concern with driving down an exit. It said, I think the next exit down was supposed to be closed, and there's some pretty decent access possibilities on the south side of this as well. Hold on, I gotta put this trash in my car here. Yeah, the wind is not as bad over here when you get out of that corridor. It's blowing right down. I mean, you can see how tall the buildings are. It's coming right down from south. I guess that's from south to north. It's just coming right down that corridor, right down Grade Lane. Another plane coming in right now. That's a UPS plane right there. Let me take my phone out here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a new tripod. If y'all want me to go to the south side of this and try to look at the south side, let me know in the chat if you think I should drive down there. You want me to restart? You want me to drive in the stream and restart? Drive down there and restart it, or you want me to stream the whole time and drive down there? The only thing is I'd like to start this in a 16:9 aspect ratio instead of the 9:16. Do it horizontal. Now I can't keep that going in my car, and I can't put it in horizontal mode in my car. I just can't see what's going on down there. I got that zoomed in all the way. All right, I'm going to try to look at my map here. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the stream. Let me. All right, it's not showing that Fern Valley Road. Oh, sorry, I'm zoomed in so far. It's hard to keep it stable. It's not showing that Fern Valley Road is closed, so we might drive down there and see, because if I can get up Grade Lane from down there, it's the end of the crash where it kind of ran out of speed and it ended is pretty close to the road there. Well, I guess we might do that because there's not much going on. This is it looks like this is where kind of everybody is, but there's no telling who is at the other side. There's probably people everywhere as close as you can get to this thing. Like I said, there's basically 2 roads into this place. So we can go to one or the other. I mean, it really is isolated. It was just pissing me off trying to figure out how to get in there.
It is under 24-hour surveillance.
I wanted to go get in there and show you all the burned up stuff, but I can't figure out how to crawl through all these train tracks, and there's a landfill and train tracks and everything else, so I just can't get in there. I can usually about get anywhere I need to be in Louisville. You want to go to the PGA at Valhalla, you can get right in. I know how to do that. You want to get to the Derby, I can get you in the Derby. We can get in the Derby too. Actually, you got to pay to get in the Derby a little bit, but I can get about anywhere you need to go now. I actually found that Millionaire's Row at the Derby is too calm for me. The lower down you go, the wilder it gets. If you sit up there with all the millionaires, it's real highfalutin. You know what I mean? It's just it's real quiet, and there's catering, and you got a quiet little room, and it's marble floors and all that. And then every level down you go, it's like you take another shot of Jaeger there on your Derby experience until you reach the infield, which is titty nipples out, balls to the wall there now. So I think let's try to drive down there. We've seen the scene here. Let's just see what happens. If I can't get through on the south side, I'll just have to end the stream and if I restart it later, I'll restart it. If not, then that'll be the stream for the day. I wanted to come check this out here and see what was going on. All right, so this is probably going to be really shaky. I'm doing the best I can. That's all I got right here. This little phone holder on my air conditioner vent, and it doesn't like focusing or anything. It's a pain in the ass. So give me a minute here. Let's see. All right. That's terrible focus. It's focusing on the window. I had to start parking this car outside so it doesn't stay very clean. There, I'll hold it. It doesn't stay very clean. I think there's so much haze, there's so much crap on the window. It's it's focusing on the crap on the window and not the outside. So this is the Ford plant over here, making them Ford truck cars. I don't know what they make anymore. I can't keep up with it. It's Ford and Lincoln. Got some nice little maple trees there. So there's the well, I can't, Ford and Lincoln. I'm driving and filming. Not good. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit wild here for a minute. And again, the UPS main hub is just over to the left over here, the Worldport facilities, whatever you want to call it. So let's just see. Here comes another plane in for a landing. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know where the heck I'm filming. Right there. All right. I'm holding the phone. Hold on. I'm going to just have to put this phone in here. All right. On the move. Here we go. Just listen to the audio. There's not going to be much to hear but me rambling on. If this exit is closed, I may just end the stream, and if I can circle around it all, I'll start the stream again and maybe give me 10 or 15 minutes, because if this exit's closed, I'm going to have to loop around, you know what I'm saying, and go through major traffic. I'll have to go all down through Fairdale and Okolona and whatever. There's all kinds of crap down here. But school is out today, so there won't be any school buses and all the school traffic on the road, so that should help. And I don't know where the hell I'm going. Shit. If you're just joining, I know it's out of focus. Give me a minute. We're driving right now, trying to go to the south side of this scene. Okay. All right, that's just not focusing. I have no idea what the quality of this stream is. Sorry, it was windy. I didn't plug my microphones in. I just kind of ran out of the house and wanted to see what's going on. Okay, I think I know how to do this. Oh, shit. Actually, let's see, where are we? I might have to look at my map for a minute. I can't remember. I know how to do it from Gene Snyder. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can get into Grade Lane here. It's somewhere right around here. They might have Grade Lane closed off up here. Let me look at my map real quick and see. So I don't know what that just did to the stream. I opened up my app, my Maps app. But I mean, it's just a crystal clear day. I was really expecting this thing to be smoking this morning. I mean, as big as that fire was, and it hit a petroleum recycling plant, I thought there was going to be steam and smoke still in the air, even a little bit. Not really seeing anything.
Okay. We're coming up on Grade Lane here. There's all kinds of stuff up here. I don't know what. Yeah, they got it closed. So you can't. Well, I don't. Yeah, it appears that this is closed here. I'm just gonna kind of. I might stop here and get out for a minute. Yeah, see, they got this closed here. Let's just take. Let me get out of the car real quick and take a quick look at this just down the road here. So there's not much going on here. You guys got any used railroad ties laying around? That's what they said up at the up around the Ford plant. Thanks. So there is a few news cameras right here. We got a few cameras set up here, but you can't get any closer. The police just got kind of on alert when I walked up, so I'm not sure. They might come tell me to leave. All right, I'm doing the best I can here. I'm walking the traffic, so. Yeah, I mean, you really just can't see anything. There's some type of tanker truck down here. So they're obviously working on cleaning it up or whatever all that is. So there's only one news truck here. Somebody else came down here. Oh, they got some more stuff over here. A few more news people over here. So I just pulled over on the road out here because they have it blocked. But people are turning in this entrance right here. So whatever, I just parked right there. I didn't even bring my tripod. I don't think we're going to be here long. There is some more emergency police officers, personnel just now arriving, driving over that caution line. You got to be careful doing that. When I used to pull a boat, I had everybody strings their extension cords out all over hotel parking lots. And I rode over an extension cord one time, and the tread on my tire pinched it. It went right up in between the treads on my tire. And that extension cord wrapped around my axle and my tire and ripped the cord in half, I think. It tore it up. I don't remember if it ripped it in half, but as you can imagine, it's not good for an extension cord.
So probably should like put some duct tape them down or whatever, like they do at concerts, put some tape on top of them. So I'm pretty shocked that there's no smoke in the air, nothing right now. But if you can get right up this road, right where those trucks are parked, I think that's right where the end of the crash was, right around that corner. And there's gonna be where that white truck is up there sideways. You start getting into some burned buildings and things right over in that area. So, like I said, subscribe to the channel, watch some damn videos. Let me know if you want me to come back next week and do a walkthrough. We can maybe drive back over here and look at the burned up, all that burned up stuff. Because some of it is pretty close to the road. A lot of it is kind of back in an industrial park area. It's just a bunch of it's a bunch of salvage yards, junk yards, salvage yards, trucking companies. There's an oil recycling plant. The waste management landfill is back there. So there's not a lot of roads, and it kind of cut right through on a diagonal path, right through all of that weird industrial stuff. So you can't get to all of it, but some of it we'll be able to see. It always looks weird when you fly into an airport, at least me, when I come home and I fly over and you look down and you go, where the hell is all that stuff? I've never been there before. And you're looking down over the city. It's pretty much that area. It's kind of in an area that's just pretty commercial. So there's a train firing up over here. You might be able to hear that. You can see it moving. That's that train yard. I think it's CSX or whatever. I don't know, but that train yard runs right down here. And then if you're looking at the Google Maps, you can see it's like a whole train yard. There's like 20 tracks that all spread out where they can store freight cars and everything. So that's all along the left side over there. You can't get up there and then come into that area. It's all fenced off, big industrial train yard. And then to the right, you have a landfill. Look at this. This is all electrical here. You can't get in through here. It's barbed wire fence, electrical. And there's a landfill. And to be honest with you, I think I could maybe get in. If the people at the trash company can probably get in back there, but I think there's a gate in that landfill. It's waste management, so there's a guardhouse, I think. If you were to pull in up here off the main road and try to go in and you can go in around the backside through the roads on the landfill. But there's a guard shack at that landfill, and I'm sure they're probably they're probably on that guard shack pretty heavy this morning. So I don't know that you could just drive right in and go into the landfill and get in there. If you were really sneaky and you knew what you were doing, you might be able to if you drove a truck in and paid them $10 to go dump a load or something. I don't know how to do that though, so. But that might be how, there's emergency personnel that are back in that area, back in there. Like I said, there's a landfill that circles in and you can get back into that area back in there through the landfill. And there is some emergency personnel, firefighters and things on those, there's 2 roads that come in. And they were on that back side. I could see them on the overhead shots. So I'm not sure how they accessed that area, but it may have been through the waste management landfill. I'm not sure if he's going to tell me to move my car or what he's doing. So they got in there somehow around that backside, the emergency personnel. know if you want, I could maybe try. We could be a sneaky reporter and go get the try to sneak into the landfill and drive in through the back roads. It'd be like driving down a road like this or something. I just don't feel confident that we'd be able to drive right into that waste management facility and drive through the backside of that landfill. And I don't really recall seeing it as I drove past either. I don't remember seeing it. Emergency response team on the scene, reporting for duty. Is my lens dirty? Let me try to clean my lens off. I feel like my lens was dirty. Is that better? Hello now. All right. Again, if you're in the chat, don't forget, check your IQ, exclamation point IQ. The bot will guesstimate your IQ. It's not an estimation, I think it's pretty accurate. And if you want to see a funny quote, exclamation point quote. And it'll post a random funny quote. I'm not able to type in this chat. So there's not a lot going on here on this end either, really. If you want to get crazy and have a laugh, I guess we could try to sneak in the landfill. Don't want to say it too loud. There's police officers watching. Let's go look and see what it looks like. Back to work. If not, maybe we'll head back up here to where all those other reporters are and maybe call it a day. I don't know. It's pretty early for people to be waking up, so there wasn't any live streams on this. This was big time news. It was, worldwide news, and I could tell everybody was searching for it. Okay. Oh, fucker. Excuse me. And I'm, okay. I don't think I have a flat tire. I don't know why it's saying that. I thought my car was dead. No, we don't have a flat tire. I aired my tires up before we left the house, and it's not responding. The sensor is not responding. But a bunch of gravel and crap here too. When I parked here, there's a bunch of gravel. So I got to figure out how the hell I'm going to get out of this spot. I guess I could just go this way. We'll have to do a U-turn, something, figure it out. See, there's nothing up here either. If you come straight up here and go up the road and take a right, you can't really get back into that area, back through all of this stuff over here either. See the train? That's what you're looking at trying to get through. You're not getting through there to get back into that area. So that's not happening. And there's really nothing to see. I thought if there was smoke coming out of the air, if it was all smoky or something, I'd drive up there and try to get as close as I could. But really, I mean, there's no point in trying to go up there and get close. You know, up I go straight up and take a right and then come up that way. There's no point. There's nothing going on to see. It's just clear blue sky. I don't know why this phone won't focus in the phone holder. So sorry, I'm driving and filming, so deal with it. William had a Volkswagen. Yeah, I'm a big Volkswagen guy. I mean, hey, they own Volkswagen Corporation's got it going on, baby. I mean, they got the technology. It's same company as Porsche. I think they own Audi. They got all kinds of stuff. So, you know, nice little German cars. And my first car was a Volkswagen. Had it all hyped up. Used to be into the car parts. Had a turbo with nitrous and all kinds of body kit, cams, rims. Ooh, I'm burning up now. I'm burning up. Yeah, I hope you find out what happened. The engine blew up and fell off. So I'm not sure what caused that. Obviously something inside that engine malfunctioned. And all right, let me hold the phone. I don't know why it won't focus in the holder. Something inside that engine, there's where we just were. Something inside that engine came undone and malfunctioned, and the fuel leaked and caught fire and blew up. I think some of the photos showed the engine actually fell off the plane by the airport runway. So, I mean, you can understand why they couldn't stop. They were going full throttle for takeoff, and they were pretty much at rotation speed, which is the speed at which I think you take flight. And you know, they were 3/4 of the way down the runway going whatever, 100 and something, 200 miles an hour. And the engine came undone and sparked up on them. So at that point, you can't, if you slam on the brakes, you're going to overrun the runway and just go plowing into something. So I guess they figure you just go ahead and try to take off, and maybe you can fly with one engine, or the fire. You know, sometimes flames can extinguish themselves at high speeds. I don't know where that landfill is. I'm supposed to be looking for the landfill. So, I mean, maybe they were hoping that if they got going real fast, that flame would extinguish itself, and they could correct course and you know, maybe come back around and make a landing. I don't know where the hell the landfill is. Oh, it's up here. So they went for it. Obviously, that's their only chance at that point in time. And with one engine falling off, I'm sure that the plane listed substantially to the left or to the right side, the heavy side. And there's just no controlling it. I mean, you got the plane, you lose one engine on one side, it falls off, and you're just taking off. You don't have enough airspeed to fly with one engine, a jet airplane like that. So, you know, it probably took off. The engine fell, it listed heavy to one side, and they tried to correct, but they didn't have enough speed. It probably just stalled out and fell in that industrial area right in front of the runway. All right, I'm gonna drive in here and just see what the hell's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to drive in here and see for laughs what the hell's going on. This phone won't focus in the phone holder. It's the weirdest thing. I'm holding it right here. As soon as I put it in the phone holder, to me it looks like it's blurry anyways. I think it's focusing on the dashboard. It needs to be, the phone needs to be like up here. Maybe I can just set it here. Nope. Oh shit. Oh, let's see what happens. Let's see what goes on in here. So this is the landfill. You can get it. I'd have to put my map on. I don't know what happens when I put my map on. Yeah, they're gonna come out and greet you here. I think you can get in through here. Yeah, this is a heavily guarded facility. Look at all this. Y'all got a hazardous waste dump around here? I got some R22 coolant just burning me up. Need to throw it away. Meriwether? Yeah. Can I get out through this way?
No, you gotta make a U-turn, and head back out.
Oh, I can't go through there?
No,
oh, okay. Yep, can't get in here. Oh, buddy. Oh, thank you very much now. All right. Okay. Well, we'll go back up to the other side of the scene here now. It's really hard for me to hold this damn phone and drive. So y'all are gonna have to make do for 5 or 10 minutes while I'm driving. It'll unless whatever. Just hold on. Ooh, man, I'm hot as heck. I gotta take this jacket off. Oh man, jacket off. God dang. Oh shit, the light's turning. Red light, green light. Okay, here, let's try this. Maybe this will be better. Woo! All right, that might be better while we're driving. Put it in driving mode. Man, I'm burning up. The sun came up. All right. Now, it said that these exits are supposed to be closed. They're supposed to be. It said they're closed, but they appear to be wide open to me. So again, I'm going to try to get off here, and if I can, I'll have to end the stream and do it off stream, and then come back and turn it back on. Oh shit, I can't turn the radio on. I don't know how they're streaming. I wish I could talk to some other streamers. If you're a streamer, contact me in my email and let me know, because I see these streamers and they go out and they stream live events, picnics, protests, fireworks shows, whatever. And there's and none of them they're not copyrighted. I don't know how it works. The little bit that I do know, I mean, I've done some guitar music, and it turns yellow and it says it's ineligible for monetization in some markets. For some reason, Russia and South America they're really hard. You can't get music into them or whatever. I mean, I have an American song. It's a Pink Floyd song, but I'm pretty sure that monetization thing says it can't be monetized in Russia. So go figure. But so I don't know what happens if they just. I mean, I would assume they would demonetize the whole video, but it's also, you can do whatever you want on X, and they don't say a word. But you know, X doesn't have the relationship with the record labels yet that YouTube has, because YouTube has the YouTube Music division. So I'm sure when they signed up for the YouTube Music division, they have a contract. I'm not real sure where I'm going right here. I'm sure they had a contract, so they have the AI copyright software available on YouTube, and that's why it gets deployed all the time. And I guess you can use music on shorts, so I don't know what the law is, fair use on 60 seconds or less, but you can use, you know, you can play whatever, mainstream music. I'm not going to name anybody because I don't want to play favorites, but you can play whatever you want on a short, but you can't play it on a long form video. You go to X, you can play or do or say anything you want to say, which, you know, as far as free speech too, that's just what Google chooses to do, which is interesting, because if you say, I mean, people are afraid to even, I guess I shouldn't even say it. When the pandemic came through, you know, the thing that happened with it, people won't even talk about it. They're afraid to even say the word. And I mean, I do the firewood news, and my videos I've gotten warnings for climate change talk. I've gotten warnings because I talked about an election that happened in Russia where they were offering incentives to bring out the vote. They were giving away firewood and bread rolls and whatever. And the election had happened like 2 months ago already, and it was in Russia. And they demonetized my video. That video was ineligible for some monetization criteria because it dealt with election campaign meddling. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And that's what you got to comply with on YouTube. You just never know. You never know what you're going to open your email and see that something wasn't up to par with their guidelines. So thanks everybody for joining, sticking around. We're going out trying to make something of our morning today. We had a major major newsworthy event here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I wanted to come. I figured now was a great time to come out and make the best of it, see what's going on. You never know what you're going to get to see either. You get the opportunity to see something like this. This is a once in a lifetime deal, you know, and again, it's not to make light of it, because we do give prayers to those poor pilots on board. What a terrifying thing to go through, and everybody else involved. But it's a big deal, and I thought I'd come out and check it out. So thanks for the super chats, the comments, the likes, the love. And you know, there's not much else to see. We'll stop by this other scene here. We're almost back to the north end of the strip. We're here at the UPS facility over there. That's the Worldport UPS facility. We're just pulling back up. So we'll just look at this. We'll just look at this for a minute here. I've been going for a while. I did bring a cell phone charger. I didn't know how many thousands of views I would get this morning, so I didn't know what I would find, didn't know what I would see, didn't know who would show up. So I'm fully loaded. Excuse me. I just took a drink of my Sam's Cola there. I didn't know what we would do or see. Now here we are back at this north end of this deal, and it looks like it's kind of clearing out. Most people are leaving. Oh, I got to park. I want a parallel park. Oh shit, there's a semi truck behind me. Yeah, buddy, let's park for the course now. Okay. All right, everybody, let's come take one more look out here. Most people are kind of wrapping it up out here. This hat has really faded. I left this hat in my Volkswagen. This is a hemp hat. It's black. It's supposed to be black, but I left it in my car for months and it's turned to that color. So it looks like it's something black that you bleached. I figured there'd be a lot of people waking up this morning wanting to know about this news, and there was nobody else doing a live stream, so I wanted to come. Here comes several fire trucks. I don't know if they're coming this way. They got their lights on. The car. They might be coming down here. I don't know. Yep, here goes the other news people are heading out. They got their scoop. I showed up this morning and she said it's remained quite an active scene overnight, and there's a stench in the air and some smog earlier. I'm not even bringing my tripod back. Let's see if these trucks are coming right down through here. Here they come. I don't know why they're showing up now. Something might be sparked up down there on them a little bit. That stuff stays hot pretty long time. Let me get out of the way. Holy shit, they're coming right over here. Yeah, something might have sparked up on them. Something spark up on you? That's a this is the hazmat unit of Homeland Security. Yeah, so the hazmat unit has arrived. Hazmat 1 in the house, reporting for duty. And this is the auxiliary engine, number 110. It spark up on you down there? Yeah, it must have sparked up on them down there. I wouldn't. You can try. They just went through. I wanted to see him try. He was going to come on through now. What kind of car is that?
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
He's asking if it's closed. I mean, do I really need to answer that? It's like, go ahead. The fire trucks went on through. Go ahead, buddy. Do what you got to do. We got.
Investigation. Still a lot of unanswered questions, but we do want to go ahead and show you some of getting some video with our Sky 11 drone. You can see
They had some drones out here. Sky 11 drones.
far off in the distance there, you're going to see a fire engine tower spraying water down onto the scene. This was taken maybe an hour ago at most, so you can tell.
If anybody's prone to seizures, I know those blinking lights aren't helping you out there.
do want to say this could be very hard for some viewers to be able to watch. It is some definitely some dramatic video from this footage. We want to show you this happened. It looks from the video that we've seen.
Or UPS.
This plane crashing down in the CB area just past the airport. It looks as though the plane turned a little bit. Really, what's so interesting about this is the amount of smoke, the amount of fire.
I don't know if they're up there or not with the shutdown going on. Anybody home up there? Give me a wave if you're watching the stream now. I can't see anybody moving in that tower. They said the air traffic controllers were going on furlough. I guess are those government employees? Sorry for the ignorance, but are air traffic controllers not privately employed? They're government employees of some type. Not sure how that works.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Whew. Yeah, this area is windy over here now. Maybe I need to get one of these. That's a great video maker. Whatever that does. I've never seen one of those before. Maybe that's what my channel's missing. I need a great video maker. Ooh, that wind is blowing. You can see this gentleman's pants. That wind's really picking up. I'm trying to hold my phone. I don't have a wind muff on this iPhone. I forgot to turn my microphones on. I do have a microphone in the car, but I started the stream without a microphone. I'm kind of hesitant to plug one in midstream. I don't know what that'll do to the audio, if it'll pick it up automatically, or if it could do something funny. You never know. Just wanted to take a little walk down there. Something must be going on. He wants to check it out down there now. So there's a few people still here on the scene. Yeah, so those trucks just pulled up and they're down there going to work, but I'm sure the Transportation Safety Administration and all of them are showing up today, so they're going to have all kinds of things to be going through, not only investigating the crash, the cause of the crash, the engine failure, what caused that, where the debris is, and also searching for survivors and that type of thing, and then I assume the insurance adjusters will be following up shortly in the coming days. And there is an oil refinery or an oil recycling plant, like I've said down there. So that hazmat team, I'm trying to hold that still. It's zoomed in. There is no telling what was on fire down there. I mean, it burned up everything. There was trucks on fire, tires, petroleum, houses, businesses, telephone poles, a little bit of everything burning. Just burned it right up. So that may be somebody that had a business coming out of there. Like I said, these truck drivers, They could have been sleeping in their rig. It could have been a terrible deal. They could have been fast asleep and a plane ripped through the truck yard there. So I've seen several of those trucks. That's I don't know, that might be some kind of rescue truck. I'm not sure. I've seen 3 of those trucks come out of there with that rope on the back. So the auxiliary engine and the hazmat crew is now leaving this area. They might be heading down to the south side. There might be better access from the other side. We'll see if they get on the interstate down here. That's where we just came from. There wasn't a lot going on down there. There's less going on down there than there is up here. But those fire trucks, let's see where they go. If they take a right, they're going to probably head down to the south side. Yeah, looks like they may have got off the interstate 1 exit too soon. And they said on the news, the Anchorage Fire Department responded to this. The Anchorage Fire Department is 20-something miles from here. I mean, it's way out on the east end of town. And I know the wind's blowing. I don't know what my audio sounds like. Somebody tell me in the comments if you can even understand what I'm saying. But there was over 100 firefighters here, and units responded from all over town. Okolona, Anchorage. So I don't know how Anchorage got here so fast and what assets they deployed that were needed, that weren't available on this side of town. But they must have had some type of asset, some type of fire suppression device maybe that wasn't available over here. Anchorage is a pretty wealthy area. It's a private community, so maybe they had some sophisticated equipment that they brought in. I'm not sure why they did that. They may have just needed the personnel, but they also said that they have plenty of fire suppression available throughout the rest of the city if you need it. So if there was another fire this morning, even though there's hundreds of firefighters on this scene, they say you're still covered. There's still trucks in the other stations around town. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just looking.
All right, okay. There goes another UPS plane. It's hard to find those planes in the sky. So the airport has been operational for several hours now. I think they did lose power in this area last night. I'm not sure if it's on or not. I'm sure there's probably isolated areas where the power might be off down here. I don't see any lights or anything right now to be able to tell. I know y'all really can't see much from here. Oh, man, that phone is sensitive when you zoom in. You just barely move it. It's like a golf shot. You move it a quarter of an inch and it projects to 300 yards on the long end.
Oh, yeah. We live right over there, and he saw the fireball last night.
backyard.
Did you?
Why didn't see the fire?
Papa took a picture of the fire.
Ooh, I'm getting sick of holding this phone. See, this is my trusty tripod. You can see where a piece of wood has hit it here. I got some coat hangers in there. I got coat hangers and duct tape holding that one together. A big old piece of wood. Not sure what kind it was. Hit it there, and then I also just noticed that my phone mount is cracked. So, you know, this thing, I'm trying to hold it, and it's so windy that I mean, it's really hard to keep that thing where it needs to be. But I am sick of holding this thing. All right, let's find out what happens when you plug a wireless microphone into a live stream. You ready? Let's do it. And again, Crystal or William or Mark, if you're still out there, if you want to check your IQ, type in !IQ, and the bot will summarize and tell you what your IQ is. If you'd like to hear a funny quote, type in !quote, and it'll provide a randomized funny quote for the day. Get your day started off with a random quote there. So everybody get your IQs going. All right, never mind on the microphones. I think I ran out of the house and forgot them. I hope I didn't set them down somewhere because I had to do a bunch of stuff. My car had a flat tire, and I also just realized that I didn't see Mavi before I left. So if you're a Mavi fan, if you follow the channel, I have no idea what Mavi's doing right now. I'm hoping that she's okay, because I was changing her litter box before I left, and I left the cabinet open, and she's like a ghost. You can open a closet door. I don't know if y'all can hear me. You can open the closet door and throw a sweatshirt in the closet and turn around and go back downstairs, and Mavi will be in the closet and you don't even know it. So she could be in the bathroom in the cabinet right now. There's no telling. But I forgot my microphones. Crap. I hope I wasn't carrying those. Crap, I don't know what I did. I ran out, I went outside, and my tire pressure light came on. So I started pumping up my tires, and I had stuff everywhere. Hopefully I didn't set my microphones down somewhere and they fell off my car or something. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. Everything's probably okay. Ooh-wee, my battery's getting low though.
shit. Man, I got all kinds of issues. A lot of UPS in this area. More people coming to work today over there. They're coming from everywhere, coming out of the ditch over here, going to work. So these guys are all, they load up these cargo planes. I guess that's why they have those bright yellow jackets on, because they're probably out there on the runway. Man, it is windy. My tripod can barely stand up in this wind. Y'all want to hang out longer or call it a stream? If I'm going to keep going, I need to plug my phone in. At least I remembered the chargers. Let me plug in and we'll do a little bit more. All right, there we go. I got a little charger going here. Yeah, see that EIC, that's got to be some kind of emergency something. Somebody look up what the hell EIC is and post it in the chat. I don't know. And here comes a container. That's an interesting rig here. Look at this. Check that out. So he's headed down to load something up in there. Tank and pump rentals, what that said. Look at that rig. That thing is 4 inches off the ground. You could live in that thing. I was reading up on gardening that saffron, that saffron herbs, and a lot of the Indian people like to grow the saffron, but man, there's a reason that it's so expensive.
you think you could just figure out how to grow it and make it's $10,000 a kilo is what it runs for. And I figured, well, shit, I'll have a go at that. You know what I'm saying? But the reason that it's $10,000 a kilo is that each flower weighs like, it's tiny. Like one flower is, you get 3 little red hairs out of it, and it weighs like 0.001 grams. So it takes like 160,000 flowers to make a kilo. And that'd fill my whole house up. If I had 160,000 of them in my basement, that'd be a lot of flour. So that's probably not for me. I might look into farming some vanilla. All right, I'm gonna try to check my IQ here. Give me a minute and see if I can't get in here into the chat and check my own IQ. And there goes some more emergency. That EIC is some type of pump truck there. Who knows what he's after? Raw sewage, fuel, petroleum reserves, jet fuel, could be anything.
It is under 24-hour surveillance.
All right. Oh shit! I had it going on me here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't check my IQ. I know it's really windy right here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't. Oh Jesus! Come on. All right, here we go. I got this other phone. It is the biggest piece of crap I've ever owned. I got this other phone. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. I mean, it is junk. The camera stopped working the second day I got it, and I just never called them or anything. So I turned the camera on, and it's just a big rainbow. Like those things that come on at the end of my long form videos, that TV color scheme thing. I turned my camera on and it's just a big rainbow. It's never worked. So anyways, let's see what I can do here. All right, here we go. Let's see what my IQ is. 36. Holy crap, that's low. All right. Here, I'll give you all a random quote for today. Let's see what it does. Before you criticize someone, walk a mile in their shoes. That way you'll be a mile from them and you'll have their shoes. Let's do another one. Man, my nose is running. It's windy out here. I'm not sure what that means. doing? Okay, so there's that.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Well, they're working away down there doing something. There's no telling. I really haven't seen much personnel. I guess that's just kind of their their little station. Right? Oh, excuse me. That's kind of where they're stationed, and I'm sure they're moving in and out of that area as they search for victims and that type of thing. So the hazmat is probably on the south side, it looks like. We just saw them come through, and they left and went around. Like I said, there's a lot of this accident that was on the south side down there, but you just really can't get to it. You can't get close enough. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Hello, how you doing? Not sure who that guy was. May have been the coroner, not real sure. Said the FBI was out here. May have found something. I think he may have found something. I don't know. Couldn't hear what he said. I don't know who that guy was, guys. I have no idea. He was talking with the police and taking notes, though, and you never know who you're talking to. He got into a unmarked car, but there's all kinds of government officials that do all kinds of important things that drive around. Man, it's windy. For my little tripod anyways.
Where are these?
This area is under 24-hour
There it
surveillance.
goes. You shooting another report soon?
Yeah, in about a little less than 30 minutes or so.
I'm trying to figure out how long I'm going to stay out here. I mean, I figured
Yeah.
people would be interested this morning.
Yeah.
That's interesting how y'all do your reports. Do you do like voiceover on them? I saw somebody like reading and then they turn around.
Yeah, they'll take some video sometimes. And,
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the method. I don't want to. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
I don't do mainstream media stuff. I just do YouTube. So I
Gotcha.
was like just kind of checking it out.
yeah. Interesting.
So what news channel were you with?
We're with Wave 3.
Wave.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you were with him.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I won't bother you. I
Oh, you're
just
fine.
didn't know how long y'all were going to be out here. Some people already left.
I know. It's hard to figure out.
I went to the south side and there's really not much going on. There's a small group of cameras.
Right there.
Probably about like this, right? And there was about 3 different cameras, but you couldn't really see anything there either.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, it's the same thing. You go around and you see the south side of Grade Lane, and you can see some flashing lights.
Right. You just
And-
can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, and they got the road shut off, and there's
Yeah.
emergency vehicles going in and out. But I mean, there's not much
Mm-hmm.
to see.
Yeah. It's like we don't, it's like hard to tell what's going on down there. I mean, obviously we know what's going on, but just,
I was trying to figure out how to get in there closer. I can get around Louisville, but you can't get in there.
No.
I mean, there's the train tracks, a landfill,
Mm-hmm.
the airport, the Ford plant, and I mean, and it's right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
You just can't get in there.
And all the security around it,
So when
additionally.
sorry. Yeah, I might come back and drive through though, because it looked like some of it is pretty close to the road.
Mm.
So when this opens up this weekend or next Monday, you
Yeah.
might be able to see some of the actual damage that was done.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
School to work.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance.
Oh, excuse me. Must be the FBI. Action packed.
How are you not cold?
Here you go.
Oh,
You can have mine.
Oh, okay.
It's been
Well,
used.
thank you.
It's been used a little bit, but I did wash it the other day.
Well, thank you.
It's warmed up. I don't. I had my jacket on and I was driving and I started sweating.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I just said, the heck with that. I had to take it off for a minute. You know, it's supposed to be like 60 degrees
I
today.
know. It's the wind. You know, it's
I
like
know.
really.
Once you come out of it, though, once you get the jacket off it,
Yeah.
you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
I was gonna go make some firewood today, but I ended up coming here, so I'm doing this.
Do you live in Louisville?
Yeah, I'm way out on the east end though,
Oh, okay.
like I don't know, past Val. You know where Valhalla is, and
Yeah.
Eastwood,
Mhm.
past Middletown, Shelbyville Road.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They said the Anchorage Fire Department sent units that responded to this last night, which I was wondering why Anchorage was out. That's a long way.
Oh, they've had them come as far as Lexington, Shepherdsville, Mount Washington.
I assume
Clarksville.
that's to pull enough units to respond, but so then they could still have other units in reserve for
Yep.
the community.
And
So
they brought
had
in like a third shift, and LFD brought in like a third shift to cover like the city, you know. So they had over 200 crews out here.
Yeah.
Well over.
You just can't really tell from here. I
Yeah.
wish there was. I thought it would still be smoking this morning. I mean, if they just got that extinguished all night long.
Yeah, it was still smoking a little bit this morning. Actually, we saw some plumes of smoke early this morning.
I thought it would really be steaming. I mean, maybe not as black as it was yesterday, but I thought it would still kind of be white,
It was
kind
a
of
little
smoky.
right around 7 this morning. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I would have got my butt moving, I could have seen it. I sat there going, should I go? I don't know. And then I'm like, there's a shelter in place. It's a hazmat. It's like they said these exits were closed, and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sat there going, do I want to go? And then I was just like, let's just go.
Yeah.
It's major news. It's national news, whatever. So right here in Louisville, I came on out.
For sure, yeah.
I'm going to go put this in my car.
Oh, yeah.
What's your last name? Your channel?
I'm just at YouTube at the KentuckyKoozie.
KentuckyKoozie.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I'd give you a koozie, but I don't have any more. I just gave my last one to her.
Oh,
If I have one, I'll give you one.
I appreciate it.
I don't think I have stickers or anything.
All right.
You know, I don't know. I don't have much. That damn Coke is leaking on my hand. You can find me right there. You can scan that.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I do a lot of firewood and outdoors and stuff, but I wanted to come out and get the breaking news today.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right.
This area is under 24-hour surveillance. surveillance.
Oh, we got Customs and Border Protection. God bless ICE. I don't know if they burned up some immigrants or what, but they're out here too. He's on conquered land over there too. They threw me out of this area a while ago. They do not like you in that area, so he better watch his six there now. Looks like somebody's heading this way. I can't tell what that is. It may be maybe that tanker truck that came. Oh gosh, talk about filming. Man, it's tough to hold this camera while the wind's blowing like that. Woo, that wind is blowing my whole tripod. No, I think that's just an empty truck. We'll have to see what that is. No idea. Yeah, that's an empty truck. Could have been somebody sleeping in there. Yeah, that's another one of those same trucks with a rope on the back of it. I don't know what those are. That's the tank and pump rental people. That's that rig that they just drove by with the rear tires dragging the ground, hauling in a container a while ago. So they're dropping those container loads off for some type of storage, getting ready to haul something out of here, I guess. We got another container coming in, so they're loading up debris or something in these containers. So somebody's got a good contract here. Yeah, look at these. Look at that rig. Blue Tank Company. So there's obviously some type of some type of debris or hazardous chemical or something that they're using those tanks to. They're going to have to load them up and get it out of here. I can't imagine this cleanup, man. When you get the government involved in this kind of stuff, you got the transportation authority coming into town, the feds are going to be here, and they're going to have all kinds of EPA and everything up their ass here for the next year or so, I'm sure, cleaning up this fuel and everything else. UPS is going to have quite a headache dealing with this, but they're back to business as usual, so somebody in some executive office somewhere is pretty pissed off, I'm sure, but these things do happen and accidents happen, so I don't know what kind of insurance they carry, but it's got to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars to be flying planes like that. And I don't know the protocol either. I would assume it's going to be an insurance deal, but I don't know who pays for this kind of thing when there's this much damage all over the place.
24-hour surveillance.
Yeah, I saw that they closed it last night, but then we're gonna check for the morning.
Somebody's flashing their lights at us. I would like to get this stream in horizontal mode. I might restart the stream. Let's see what this truck's doing that's coming by flashing its lights, and then I'm gonna head out here soon, and I might restart the stream in horizontal mode. So if anybody's watching on a TV, that's something else with the YouTubes there. They have this vertical mode, and then you can simulcast it on your screen, mirror it on your TV and everything else. And I don't think anybody wants to watch 9:16 vertical format on their big screen TV. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I might turn it around and just restart it. This guy's creeping up here, but we got a traffic jam going. Somebody's trying to do something right here at the entrance. I'm not sure. They're trying to figure out something. I don't know who these people are. Could be out for a pleasure cruise. You never know. I said, I have no idea what's going on. So this is just an unmarked white truck. No, that's a bakery. So I don't know if they have a business down there or what, or they might be taking the first responders some food. That was a bakery truck is what that was.
Really not happy with that about that product.
See, now that's what I need. Look at his tripod. I've been looking at him. I just looked at him the other day. And as far as tripods, I like the ones that have the legs that actually spread out all the way. Because if you get the ones that they make really tall ones that are on like a single, it's like a single pole, and then it goes down to the ground, and then there's just like 3 legs, like a mic stand or something. I don't want one of those because they're not adjustable. If you're on uneven ground or whatever, if you got one like this, you can, where's my finger? You can adjust it here, and you can bring up this side or that side or whatever. So if you're on a hill, you can adjust it. If you got one that just has legs on the bottom with a long pole sticking up, it'll be leaning all over the place. You can't adjust it. It'd be even worse. When the wind was blowing, the whole thing would be blowing all over. So I got that. I'm looking at the tripods. I got one that I like, a nice tall one. All right, let's go horizontal here for a minute, guys. I'm going to restart the stream, do a little horizontal, then we'll head out of here.